Welcome to Midday Repartee. This is Rotten Glory. Today is a special day because it is the launch day of Undead Border Escape or Die. We've got the crew with us today. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody?
My name is Ray Ramos, aka Happy Harry Hardon, and I'm the I guess hype man or whatever you want to call whatever needs to be done with the 6x6 comics. Good to be here,
Hy-
Ron Glory.
Hype man and translator.
There you go, translator.
Right.
I'm Oliver Liarce. I am the letterer and designer, book designer, whatever of On the Border, Escape or Die. How's it going,
Yeah.
man?
Going
Pancho is
good,
not there
man.
right now, right?
No,
Right?
Pancho right now is at work.
Okay, so then it's my turn, and I'm Javier Gutierrez, and I'm the artist for this one.
Nice, dude. What are we looking at here? I love these head. Are these, you're just playing with different designs for zombies, or what is that?
Oh, the things I have in my camera. I guess I just put up my webcam, and these were some designs for stuff that we have planned for the book, and
Nice.
I just put whatever I had on my drawing table right now, just because the things we were discussing before the stream, and to just so we don't have three floating avatars just starting the stream, and I guess kind of break the ice a little bit. But
Yeah.
what you can tell us about these designs, Oli, or what can we say
Oh,
about
yeah,
what
those designs, those heads, those zombie heads are the cover for the supplemental book we're offering in the campaign.
Okay.
But we could get into that later on, no?
Yeah, yeah, we'll dive into that. We're gonna cover all of it. I think one or two of these might they look like they'd make really cool sticker. Honestly, um, in a completed phase, I think that'd be cool.
I agree
Um,
with you, bro.
Maybe.
yeah. um, so I guess we're gonna start the show with talk about a little bit about the DC comics. Obviously they are suffering huge layoffs right now. Uh, there's all kinds of mainstream is really covering it. All the sites are covering this.
hmm
Um, it seems like DC Comics specifically and the streaming service they're getting hit really hard. Um, so
It
yeah,
looks bad.
and I think you have some thoughts on this, Ray. I mean, you said you were talking about this kind of on your pre-launch. It seemed like you might have been a
Yeah,
little bit fired up about it.
yeah. I mean, I have a few buddies here and there that have worked for DC Comics, mostly freelance stuff, and just the stuff that they're doing right now. I mean, first of all, they've been having these hiccups for like the past year, ever since I mean last year. There's been rumors. It's crazy to say this, but Liefeld was right. Like he's been talking about this for like the longest time that DC
Yeah,
was like on their way over the edge, and nobody believed him. Everyone was like, "Ah, this guy's crazy, whatever." And then
right.
this, the diamond thing happened, and now this is happening, and it's just been a bunch of hiccups on the road, and it just, I mean, what's going to happen to these iconic characters? What's the situation here?
Yeah,
Um,
that's a huge question. I I kind of think that both Marvel and DC. I think when it comes to comics, it might just become a little bit for them like a holding pattern. They might just keep printing these iconic characters every so often just to maintain their copyright hold.
mhm.
Uh, but in terms of because there's so many other ways in the world right now that are more profitable, more easier to make money at. I don't think they're not really looking at comics as a path to profitability. I think it's more just this is a way to maintain our copyright on these iconic characters.
Exactly, and that's the thing that I mean, for all our hardcore fans. I mean, don't be. I'm not going to mince words or anything. I haven't bought a DC book. I haven't bought a floppy in a very long time, and I mean, maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe that's part of the issue right there. People are just not buying the floppy, so it makes it easier for Warner Brothers and or AT&T to look at this and be like, well, it's not profitable in that way, so they're going to scale back. And I think that's what's happening now. I mean, all these editors that were just fired, or I mean, laid off. Well, right, laid off, because when you're fired,
Right.
you're just gone, right? Um,
Yeah.
all these people that pretty much they hold up the substructure that is DC and Warner Brothers and HBO and all that stuff. They've just been let go of, and what's going to happen? Everything's going to start falling in and imploding onto itself. And I read the letter that the CEO of Warner Brothers sent out, and my God, man, it's just I don't know if you read it or not, but it's
I didn't.
disgusting to me.
What was the gist? Is it
It's like he's trying to what's the word I'm looking for? He's trying to make it seem like everything's fine, even though we're gonna fire you. So you should be thankful that we're
right?
laying you off, because you've done such a great job to build up, Warner Brothers and all these companies in DC. That this is how we're gonna reward you by letting you go. And right now is a very tough time that we have to traverse through. But
Yeah.
I know that we can get through this together. By the way, here's your pink slip. That's pretty much what it says, and it's
Right.
like, what the hell, man? Like, I've been laid off from jobs, and they were a lot harsher, and I felt a lot better because I knew the truth. But in this, it's like they're candy coating the truth. It's like they just don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. Um,
Yeah,
and
and it's we live in a time of ultimate spin. Everything's got to be spun in a way that's
mhm.
like even when it's the death of something, it no, it's the birth. What are you talking about?
Exactly, that's
What do you
exactly it right
what?
there. Like, stop being so negative. Don't stop being so toxic. It is a
It, re-
good thing.
it
Yeah.
reminds me of that picture of the dog, no, sitting in his kitchen and everything's burning down, and it says, "It's
Yes,
fine, it's fine."
it's exactly it, man. Like, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's just painting these lavish, pictures of how great, everything is, but everything's really bad at the same time because you guys are getting let go of, and then it starts naming people that have contributed so much to what HBO and Warner Brothers has become, and then in the same sentence, it's like, too bad they got to go, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, how do you feel that DC has been doing with these iconic characters over the past 5 years? I mean,
it's all to me it's all gimmicks and bells and whistles. There's nothing substantial there. I can't remember one story arc or anything that has stuck with me.
yeah,
What about the Batawang?
the Beta Wing.
I mean, that's
Whoa.
substantial.
That's substantial. Well, I don't think it was that substantial, but I mean, whatever. I'm not Selena Kyle, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's
Zing.
it's just I don't know, man. I mean, that's they're getting some sort of what's the word? They're trying to be edgy or something just by like, oh, we're gonna show Batman's little bat or whatever, and that's like
Right,
the only
like
thing that can remember.
that's this is your attempt at being memorable. Exactly. It's a cheap trick. I mean, a penis really has no place in a comic. I mean, not when you're talking about Batman. Not
Not
I'm
not
not
in the
saying,
mainstream comic, no.
exactly. There's all different ways to make a comic. It can be about anything. But in a Batman comic, come on. If this is the best you can do to make something shocking or to get some press, man, you've got to hire some different talent. I mean, I this isn't it's not working, man.
And did that comic sold well
Yeah, it
because of
went to
that?
like third printing, I think, but it was more the hype. It was more the controversy that sold the book. Because what was the book even about?
About Batman's dog.
That's it. Like that's what anyone remembers. I mean, what was the
Yeah.
story about? What was it? What was the whole book? What was the point of the book? In other words, other than
Yeah.
Batman's Wang.
At that
Um,
point, once you do that, that's what it is. It can't be really anything else, and that's tragic, man. Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, this is a storytelling medium. Um, of course, the people who love comics are really the art is what we kind of salivate over,
Yeah.
It really, we're very passionate about that visual component, but the thing that makes it all, the glue that holds it all together, is the storytelling. Like it's very important, and I don't feel like these companies have really respected that aspect of comics in recent years. They just
I
aren't doing it.
I think they just want to go viral, no? Like,
Yeah,
oh, look what happened here, and everybody's talking about it, but nobody's buying it.
I always get this image of like Batman, and I mean, I get this image of Batman like on all fours, and all these suction tubes are connected to him like in his teats and all over the place, and they're just sucking him dry just for whatever monetary value that he has, and there's no
absolutely.
longer any sort of soul in Batman anymore. Batman doesn't mean anything any longer other than a cash cow. It sucks, man.
Somebody, I think Samir posted a link to this video. I haven't seen this yet. I think it's a short clip of maybe
Well, he was very
was he
ecstatic.
gloating? Was he
Yeah.
gloating a bit? All right, I want to
it's
check
gonna
this out
be
for a second. We won't watch the whole thing. I just want to. I'm liking this face though. I'm
Brace
liking this
yourself,
face.
Ray.
I don't think I'd want to be under him right now because something might be coming out the other end.
No shit.
A little frog is coming out.
A
Yeah,
little.
I think I made that face this morning, and it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you get a lot of fiber in your diet. That's the face that you make right there. So,
Happy face.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
angry face.
Well, let's see what.
Yes! 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 Welcome everybody to Comic Artist Pro Secrets on Meet Advanced Skyrim 20.
What?
7-year veteran of the comic book
Oh.
industry. World's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the media. We win! This is fantastic.
Okay,
So
that looks like a good time. Samir has dropped a link to that in the chat, folks. If you want to check
Cool.
out that full thing.
Yeah, he was very ecstatic.
he's very animated in the morning. I can tell. He's had his coffee.
I mean,
yeah.
when you're right and you're proven right, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
mean, I
it's
don't
called
know.
for celebration.
I don't know when he first started, kind of dropping hints like, DC comic. This is coming to an end, folks.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years. I mean,
He did work for DC over what, more than 20 years?
oh yeah.
So he knows
Yeah, and
something.
It's I think one of the things I kind of like about Ethan is it's the end of DC. It's not really it's not beneficial to him because he keeps getting these really fat royalty checks for things he's created. So to have this happen means those are probably going to become a lot less frequent or even dry up altogether. So the fact that he's so confident in what he's doing,
Yeah,
and what
man.
he's building on his own, that even the loss of whatever that income is going to be, which for the rest of us would be a lot,
No
he's,
shit.
he's still celebrating, and that's a rock star for you right there.
I mean, ultimately, that's what it comes down to on what you want to do and what you have to do in order to, how else can I put it, but survive. And if you're that confident in what you're doing and you got nothing to worry about, then of course you're gonna react. You're gonna react like that, and that's good, man. I mean, it's great to be able to rest on your own laurels, to be able to walk into a room and be like, yeah, I did something. I didn't work for someone. I worked for myself, and I did it for myself, and that's a great feeling.
That's a dream, though, Ray.
Yeah, it is a dream.
Do your
I
own
mean,
shit and get paid for it.
when I got published by Heavy Metal back in the day, I was able to write a story with a fellow artist, and we got published through Heavy Metal on our own creation.
Nice.
That just sealed the deal for me. Like, yeah, it can be done. We can do this. It's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be a long stretch between stuff that we create, but it's our creation that got us there, and
Yeah.
it's something different to say like, yeah, I drew Batman for a very long time. And okay, well, what do you have to show from it? Oh, well, I got these royalty checks. Like, oh, well, that's good. And then
Right.
to turn around and say like, yeah, well, I created this character and it was published on its own, and now it's this big thing, and it's gonna give me like movies and animated movies and card and
Yeah.
toys and everything.
I have
That's
these
a lot different thing.
I have these prints on my con table. We want to buy them. That's what they have. That's what they
Yeah.
have to show for it, man.
There you go.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah, it is kind of that's kind of sad, and it's pretty clear at this stage that the only thing, the only real benefit to working in mainstream at this point is to kind of maybe get some notoriety, some fame, a little bit of, I don't know, just something that you can use as a foundation to do the real thing, which is doing what you guys are doing, creating your own property, building your own little your IP from the ground up. I mean, this is the future of comics.
Hmm. I
It seems
totally
pretty
agree with you on
clear.
that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and so what do you guys? Where do you see indie comics going? Do you think there's going to be this just huge influx of people that are being displaced by everything happening in mainstream, and they're going to try and do the crowdfunding thing, or how do you think that's going to play out?
Oli, you want to go first?
Um, if Sean Gordon Murphy did it, I think others will follow. But but they got to be careful who they talk to online, because
Right.
you know what happened to him. So I think it's gonna be tricky for them, because they're gonna judge you on which platform you use and who you talk to and who you
Yep.
promote your book with, and so it's I think it's gonna be hard for them. But as
It is.
indies, we don't give a damn. So we promote to anybody, we talk to anybody, and it's
I
just
think that, yeah, I
a lot
think
of
that's
freedom
key.
here.
If you're gonna if you're gonna hold on to that fear of being attacked by, I guess, if you want to call it the SJW crowd, whatever you want to call it, if that
Yeah,
fear is going to dictate choices you make, and it's going to cause you, with Sean Gordon Murphy, it's like he really should have had easily a $500,000 campaign,
yes,
but he didn't. He wasn't willing to commit to it out of fear, and all that did was it was the worst of both worlds. His campaign
yeah.
didn't do that well, and he still got attacked by the people he didn't want to get attacked by. It's like, dude, just go all in. Just fucking
Hmm.
throw it all in the pot, and stand by what you're doing. Stand by your work, and you got to let go of that fear of
I
these people.
mean, do those people that criticize you, are they paying your bills? Honestly,
Right.
if not, then go work. Be loyal to the people that are paying you
Yeah, exactly.
or are supporting you. Uh, period.
Somebody's getting a tooth drilled, I think.
What is that?
Some, I don't know what's going on
Is
there.
that a ray gun? It's
I'm like,
Marcy.
think
whoa! I feel like I had dentist office flashbacks.
I think Javi's like sharpening a pencil or something. I'm not sure
Oh,
what
that
he's
could
doing.
be.
Probably
That's kind of cool.
mute his ass.
One of
Either that or
that's
that's a that's
futuristic
like a
pencil
bomb alert
sharpener.
or
It's like
something. Yeah,
It's
there
smart.
you go. Features
It's Mars attacks.
Mars attack.
I do want to say, I'm seeing some. I think some fans of yours have come over to watch the show,
Yes.
which is cool. If you haven't subbed to the channel, I would appreciate that. And share out this show. We're gonna really dive into this project and talk about it, because I know there's a lot of passion here. You guys have been working on this for quite some time, and it's really personal for you.
Oh, big time. We've been
Certainly.
working
Certainly.
on this. How many years has it been? It's been quite a few years. I mean,
Yeah.
since
Well,
inception to everything.
yeah. Undead Board started in 2006, so
Yeah.
on and off, of course, right? But it's been there. It's been there.
It's nuts to think that it's been that long, man. I mean, and this is what we have to show for it right now, which is really really good because it's given us time to refine our work and to make it look professional, as compared to other stuff that we've seen out there. So we're really confident in what we're doing,
Yeah.
and we're really confident in the campaign as well. So this is going to work out, for the benefit of us, and of course for the benefit of the consumers, the people that decide to put down their hard-earned money and get a piece of what the Undead Border universe is. So
Yeah. You have been on the show, I believe once before. You've talked about this project a little bit. Um, and this was when you were in the kind of email sign up
Yeah.
stages.
Hmm.
How has the process been for you guys? Like in terms of building a campaign, dealing with everything that goes on, trying to build a YouTube channel. Uh, what has that been? Has that been stressful? Has it been fun? What would you say?
It's been really fun. It's been hard work and stressful because just to get these guys on the stream is pretty, especially Ray, because Ray is a busy man. So
Yeah,
It just seems like him, man. Just
yeah, but
uh,
it's been fun, man. It's been a good time, and plus we get to do what we love to do, man. Comics and
you
talk
know
about
Yes,
comics.
I
what
guess.
I like the most about building the whole platform is the people that we've been meeting along the way that have been following us and supporting us, man. Like Jetsabel, she's on the stream right now, um,
yeah,
and she's very passionate about the indies, and we love that. And every time we have a stream, she's on there. Abel Salazar, the same thing. A lot of these people we get to meet them personally. Well, I mean, as personally as we can get over the internet, and we find out their passions and the stuff that they want to do, and it's on par with what we're doing, and it's great to have like-minded people really
yeah,
interested in what we're doing. So
yeah. So where you guys are at is are comics a thing? Are they a big? Are they part of people's lives? Is it like when you tell people you're doing working on a comic, do they just kind of give you a blank stare? Like what? What is it?
here we go again with that drilling. What's going on over there?
I have no idea. I hold on. Let me. I want to find out who that is.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's not 656.
It's heavy.
You think it's Javi?
Yeah.
Could be.
He doesn't even know what's going on. He's just
It
drawing.
doesn't
What?
matter.
Just drawing away.
Javier,
The
Wait,
world evaporates when he's
what we're talking about?
creating.
Is there some noise or what do you mean?
yeah, there's a noise coming from your mic,
I think
like a
it's some kind of drilling going on
like a
outside. It's
drill.
not a big deal. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, there's some guys working like two houses from mine, but I didn't think it sounded that
Yeah,
noisy.
it's ambiance, man. It adds
It's
a nice flavor. I guess even with it could even fit in with the escape or die kind of.
I'm just
You could
gonna
imagine maybe
They're
somebody's drilling a zombie brain. Like
don't worry. I'm just gonna mute myself and I'm going to unmute whenever I talk.
I was
All
gonna
right,
say
cool.
they're drilling a hole through the border wall to try and escape and shit.
So what was your question, Rod?
uh, that's a great question. What was my question? I guess my question was, where you're at, where you exist, where you live. Are
Oh,
comics like part of the day to day, or is it like a rare thing that you come across a comic book fan?
it's uh, you could say it's pretty rare because there's not a for indie comics. It's rare, but for mainstream stuff, you can pick it up easily anywhere.
Yeah.
Drilling some Chapo tunnels, probably.
There you
But
go.
yeah, I mean, if you go to we have Walmart over here. There's a store called Sanborns, and they stock manga, DC, Marvel, IDW, Boom, all the good stuff, quote unquote. But
Right.
indies are tough to find, and if you go to Mexico City, that's probably where you're gonna find the indie stuff, like anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty hard to.
Now, are you guys? Are you near each other? Are you able to actually hang out in person, or are you guys separated by distance?
Um, Javier is 4 hours away from where I live.
Yeah.
I live in Juarez. He lives in Chihuahua. So yeah, there's a little distance from us.
Yeah.
And Ray, what like an hour away, more or less.
I mean, just counting the lines on the bridge, yeah, about an hour. But honestly, if there wasn't any bridge, it'd be like maybe 15 minutes away or something like.
If I could swim, yeah, it'll be like
Pretty
15 minutes.
much.
So hold on a second. Wait, there's a bridge and it adds 45 minutes of time.
You have to
Yeah.
cross the bridge, and well, you have to pass inspection and
Oh shit.
wait your turn and all that. Yeah.
What's crazy about that is that just really quickly to tell you the geography and stuff. So when you go over to Mexico from the U.S., there's practically no waiting time. They like welcome you in, like come on in, whatever you want. But when
Yeah.
you come back from Mexico, you got to wait at least, maybe an hour, maybe even more, waiting on the bridge. If you're a citizen, it doesn't matter. You still have to
Right.
wait on the
Yeah.
bridge,
Damn.
in line in your vehicle, or if you walk over, especially right now, I don't even know if they're allowing you to walk over like
No,
in
it's
big
it's
groups.
it's closed right now. The border's closed. Only if you're a U.S. citizen, you can cross.
Okay, I
So,
get you.
there's this that
Goddamn Americans, man.
so there's that that privilege there again.
I guess you could
Yeah,
say
I got
it's
all
pretty.
my privilege. I got my privilege. I got my cheap whiskey. I'm good to go.
Mm,
I
Check
guess
your
you could say it's
privilege,
pretty
Rod.
close.
Oh,
If
man.
anyone has seen the movie Sicario, that scene on the border on the bridge,
Yeah.
that's pretty close. The tension, the waiting, but you almost never got a shootout there.
Oh well, that's a
Yeah.
disappointment.
every once in a while they do, they like that. What was it last month? They shot somebody on the bridge over here on this side. He was
Oh,
what is
What?
it, a
yeah,
paletero or whatever?
yeah. It was a vendor like
Because
I,
really quickly, when you're waiting on the bridge, there's
I
a lot
think
of vendors that come up to you and they sell like snacks or newspapers or trinkets and stuff like that.
I
Okay.
think the right
Is that
term
not allowed? Is that not?
is a poor bastard.
Is that something they allow, or is it not? Or are they doing it?
it's
They allow it up to the line because
it's
there's an
allowed, but they're like really they have an eye on you because there's been some shady stuff going on with those vendors and especially the people that clean your windshield because those guys are pretty shady, man.
oh yeah.
What could
they-
they? What could they do? Like what?
I mean, like, I mean, if you have like something on your passenger side, like a purse or a cell phone,
Oh, okay.
they'll just just get their hand in there and snatch it and run away.
Yeah, they'll reach in and just grab your stuff, or
Yeah,
Man,
they'll do
that's-
something. It's an
Or-
That's
interesting,
unfortunate.
and
it's an
and also
interesting area.
they like to like hold up lines, so a car could get in front of them, and
Yeah.
usually a fight breaks out and chaos ensues. So there's a video there of it online.
It's
It's
crazy,
intense,
man.
Now, how often, Ray, do you do this? Do you cross?
I haven't been over in a few months. It's been
Okay.
almost a year since I've been over, I guess. But these guys, they come over. Like, I mean, your brother was just here last week to pick
Yeah.
up some mail and stuff. So they come over, regularly. It's not too bad as far as crossing over. It's just the waiting that
Just
really
the time
affects
thing.
you. Yeah, the
Okay.
time thing really like drags you down. 'Cause like I said, if there was no bridge, if we could just cross over, I mean, I'd be at their house in like 15 minutes. There's this, that
Wow,
imaginary
that's-
line that's the
That's
border.
kind of
It's just
frustrating, man. That'd be cool if you guys could hang out more often.
We were
shit.
hanging out for a bit before the whole COVID thing happened. They were coming over like more
Yeah.
frequently, but
Almost
ever
weekly,
since
no,
that-
right?
yeah, almost weekly. We would do, we come over here and then we like go to conventions. We go to the store. We go check out toys, whatever. Just make a day of it and hang out and
Yeah.
work on books. Work on our ideas, and then they go back, or I'd go over there and do the same thing.
There is something, obviously in this time, it's very common. A lot of us work. I'm working with Ink Spots on a project, and of course,
Awesome.
I've never met him in person. This is a very common situation these days. But there is
Mhm.
a quality to being in the same room and working on something and brainstorming, and it's very different. I don't think you can replace it. There's just
No,
a
it's
quality
true.
to it. It's
Do you think we're the only ones like that in CG, Rod? I mean, like working on stuff like together.
that actually have come together in
Yeah.
person. That's a really good question. I mean, from what I can tell, like what I know, it feels like it's a pretty rare thing.
But I
Yeah.
mean, the guys that work on clothes are, I mean, they're brothers, no? I bet they live
Mm,
with each other or
absolutely,
next
yeah,
to.
they do.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vinny again, Vinny
Yeah, and
Ferramella and
the
his
Diaz
brother,
brothers too,
obviously,
so-
I think they live in the same damn house.
and the Diaz, no, the Zayd brothers too, no?
That could be. Yeah, I would imagine
so,
so.
so only
pay-
only family.
only
I
if you're
guess.
family. You work together. If you're not, then it's like you could be in different fucking countries, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically family. I mean, it's just the like I said, it's just the border that separates us. Because if not, we'd be at each other's houses all the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it feels like family. When they come here, we don't treat them. I mean, we don't treat you guys. Serena and I don't treat you guys like, oh, it's these guys. It's like, come in, come raid our fridge. You know,
it's these
you-
guys.
Yeah,
Ugh.
go use the bathroom. Do whatever the hell you want. We don't care. Just
Nice.
I have my 3 rules, and you guys, they observe my 3 rules. You want to know my
Oh,
3 rules?
rules. I need to know these rules.
So my
I'm
first
sure I'm
rule,
breaking at least 2 of them right now.
no, not definitely no. My first rule is if you're here more than once, you know where everything is, so don't bother asking me. So that's my first rule. My second rule is don't touch my toys unless I let you. And my third rule, which is the most important rule, because this has happened, don't fuck on my kid's bed. So
Oh, well. Oh, that's a sound rule. That's a solid rock iron clad. Yeah, that's a rule that needs to be
Those
enforced.
those 3 rules are
Yeah,
law in Ray's house.
nice. That's not
that's
bad.
pretty much it, man. Yeah, I mean, we have a great time when these guys come over. It's awesome, man. I say these guys like you're really far away, but you're just right there. It's just that
Yeah.
stupid imaginary line that separates everything.
So living in Juarez, is that? I mean, it's kind of a legend. It's got a kind of a mythos to it, and I don't know. Is that legitimate? Is it earned? Is it a little bit overblown? Like, what is it like living there?
It's the hype is real, man.
Oh shit!
I mean,
I wasn't expecting that. I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
nah, it's totally
But-
exaggerated.
but it depends on where you are. No, obviously it's in certain parts of the city, but just in the last few months, well, the shit has hit the fan like where I live. So yeah, because there's a lot of bars over here, a lot of patrolling checkpoints, and just stuff happens over here.
Yeah,
But luckily not within the neighborhood, just like outside the what do you say, the avenue? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's stuff has been happening, and currently the sicarios, the cartel hitmen are considered essential workers right now. So they've been really busy as of
What?
late.
Tell them
guess-
about what happened that night that you were on stream with who were you on stream with?
Micah and Preston. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
we were promoting. It was a launch date of 3 nights, 4 days, and we were just talking, like shooting the shit, and suddenly I started hearing gunshots, like
Oh,
AK-47s and machine guns outside of my window. So I just muted my microphone, shut the window, and came back to join the chat again. So
No, that's the wrong instinct, man.
yeah, it's all.
You
I know,
turn up
but
the
it-
volume and like say,
but it's
back
business
this
as-
project now because we might be dead soon.
Well,
Come
actually,
on.
actually, yeah. Micah said that. Oh man, you gotta finish fast before you get killed.
Man,
But yeah,
that's
but
crazy.
but the thing is, it was business as usual. You just shut off the
Yeah.
noise and continue with your life, man. I mean,
That's a very different reality. I mean,
I guess that's what I was gonna mention. When you experience the movie-like Ciudad Juarez period, when was it? Probably you could say wartime,
yeah,
2008, 2009 to
7 between 2007 2010, and that was just light, man. I mean, hearing gunshots. I mean, my brothers have seen headless bodies hung from overpasses, and I mean, it's been rough these
so
few years.
what is it? Do you have a deep connection? Is it is your family rooted there? Is there a reason that you don't want to like go somewhere else? Are you just
It's
comfortable there?
it's everywhere, dude.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You can.
God damn, man. What is that? What do you? Is there a solution? What do you? I don't
Don't
understand. I mean, I
don't buy
guess I
drugs.
don't.
Don't buy
don't, do,
drugs.
don't do drugs.
Well, so
I know,
I mean, I
but
guess it's. I mean,
But they're
it's
so delicious, Oli. I can't stop. You
they're
know, it's like
lovely. Obviously, that's not going to happen. People have been doing drugs since the beginning of humankind. I mean, drugs are just a
don't.
part of existence.
And I don't want to sound.
Maybe we should just not make them illegal.
I mean, I don't want to sound political, but I mean, don't do drugs and don't sell guns. I mean,
Yeah.
but everybody loves their guns, so and it's their right, and what are you gonna do about it? No.
I mean, the only people, if you say don't buy guns, if you make that a rule, a law, the only people who are
They're
going to
gonna buy
follow it
more
are
guns.
it doesn't really work. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't, I kind of think everyone should just have guns. It should just be, if you knew that the person living next to you had a gun, you're less likely to fuck with them,
Yeah, of course.
you know?
And
I'm
that's
not saying you can't put that. You can't put the cat back in the box. The guns exist. It's there.
I know.
So that's not a solution. I feel like making drugs illegal is actually part of the problem. Like, just remove
Yeah.
that stigma. When you make something illegal, it becomes way more profitable to market it, to produce it, to sell it. Because of the risk involved. If it was just legal, it also, some of the cool factor goes away. I'm convinced that a lot of drug addiction, it's the romantic, like, I'm doing something, I'm a rebel, I'm a bad boy. But like, if it was legal and you were just a loser because you were addicted to something, it wouldn't be cool anymore. You're just a
Probably.
loser.
Probably.
So I don't
Really
know.
quickly,
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, Abel Salazar, he did bring up a really good point. It's not the country, but more like the society that exists in Mexico right now, and it's become this society where it's allowed, like all of this violence and everything has become so much of a norm that
Yeah.
it's part of growing up there, man. Like, and it's crazy because in some places the sicarios, the cartels, they're protected by the people that live there because they provide for them where the government can't.
Yeah.
And that's the screwed up part. I mean, these guys have seen it firsthand. They know what I'm talking about when I say that. I wish Pancho was on here because he has a lot of insight on here on that
Yeah.
as well. Pancho's the writer.
The writer should be here,
Oh, that's awesome, man.
but he's
So
working.
this is the element of this project that really, I think, really excites me and draws me to it, is that I feel like you're taking all of this experience, what you have to deal with in your lives and where you are in this reality, and you've found a way to create this world, this comic book, in very creative ways. Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Go ahead, Oli. Go first.
Go for it.
I could say something really quickly is that we spoken about this a few times. I don't have that much insight as the artist rather than the writer, but one of the ideas that we manage is that generally speaking, zombies, at least for me, zombies are boring.
Okay.
But the moment you introduce the human element and their context, their social constructs, the situations humans are living in, and even the situations zombies are interacting in, is where this kind of universes and stories become extremely interesting. Because in this case, you are guessing right. We are trying to reflect a little bit of the you could call it the Mexicurial culture.
Yeah.
This kind of contrast we have between Mexicans, between Americans, more or less interacting in a kind of small space. And I don't know. We tried. At least I know for a fact Pancho plays a lot with those concepts.
And it's also the concept of of how do people survive and keep on living, no? Trying to make ends meet while all this craziness is going on around us. Kind of like what's going on right now, no? With the COVID, with the pandemic.
Exactly.
People just gotta keep moving on, and you're gonna see that in the comic book. I mean, there are people hurting zombies. No, they're cleaning the streets. They're
Yeah.
picking up zombies, and people are going shopping, and there's a crawling zombie nearby, and it's just something else, no, like in the way. So just gotta keep moving.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
you learn to live with it. That's like
Yeah.
that's the scary
Yeah.
part, man, because you learn to live with
That
these
is. I
atrocities
mean-
and violence and stuff.
Right. I mean, humans are so adaptable, and we can get accustomed to almost anything. I mean, uh, and that's a strength, and I think it can also be a weakness,
Totally.
because you just kind of, no matter what, you're just going to adapt to the situation, I
And
don't
there's not
know,
gonna be a change. Yeah.
I think that the way that you've taken these things that that exist in the world around you, that what you have to deal with, and created metaphors and creative ways to present them to people in this format, I think is really impressive.
Thank you.
And I haven't read it yet, of course. This is based on like what you guys have talked about, what I understand about the project. But
And-
like even
and-
the main character, right, is literally the incarnation of a place, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and also there is going to be. I mean, people are adapt themselves, but there are people that try to escape. No, try to like find
Yeah.
better ways of living. So that's also what the book is about. These kids, these teenagers they're born in it. No, so they their status quo changes. So now they have to like escape now or die,
Yeah.
like the title says.
Right.
I mean, after a while, it gets tired. It gets
Yeah.
tiring to live in those conditions, and you have to find a way out. And I mean, that's mostly what the book is about. Like the city has become tired. It's become tiresome to actually try and survive there. People are giving up, and those that see the opportunity, which are like the remnants of the cartels, the communities, that are out to kind of restructure society how they see fit. They see that as an opportunity to prey on the weak that are just tired of living in those conditions. And so
Right.
these kids, these teenagers, they're like, fuck this, man. Let's get out of here. Let's start life new. Let's have opportunities that are denied to us right now. And that's where the whole story takes off right there.
Yeah.
There you go, Pancho. Yes, I try to explore the resilience about our community and how you get accustomed to extreme violence and go out of your daily life and survive and pay the bills.
Yep,
That's it.
exactly.
Yeah. It's like you just have to, right? You kind of just have to like, no, I have to do this, and no matter what's going on around me, I just have to do my best to avoid it, to ignore it, and do what I need to do for myself and my family. And
But it's a fun comic too, Rod.
no, of course,
Oh, yeah.
dude, that's what I
It's-
think.
It has zombies, and zombies are cool.
Yes, I think that's the thing about art, the thing about this comic book medium is that you've taken something like this and transformed it into this fun experience for people. But you're also, if people want to dig a little deeper and look at the subtext of what you're saying, I mean, that's there too, and I think there's a lot of value in that, with your project. And it's not something that's present in a lot of projects.
And that's the thing. I mean, we're not gonna hit you over the head with it. We're not gonna like, oh, this is the way the world is. We're gonna entertain you.
Yeah,
But I
we're not
think
gonna
that's
preach.
yeah, we're not gonna preach. We're just gonna give you what we got, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
full throttle. It's gonna be balls to
Yeah,
the wall,
yeah.
and you're
Yeah, I
gonna
love it.
enjoy it. So,
If you get the whatever you get out of it, good. No,
Yeah.
we're just
So-
here to entertain you and tell you a story and
Yeah,
tell you a
yeah.
little bit about our where we live and what we like, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe should we watch this video and then we'll drop into some of the details of your
Sure, man.
campaign? All right,
Sure, no
let's do
problem.
it.
Let me give the spiel because that's what I'm here for, right? Um,
I want to hear the
we always
spiel.
we always do this when we're about to show the video. So we're going to show this beautiful trailer. This is for our project, which is Undead Border Escape or Die. A ragtag team of teenagers must traverse a zombie-filled apocalyptic wasteland of the border in order to avoid cartels, communities out to destroy them, and of course the living dead hungering for their flesh. Undead Border Escape or Die, 116 pages of nothing but balls to the wall awesomeness as far as the zombie genre is concerned, and the only chance that you have is to escape or die. Undead Border, escape or die. This is the
And
trailer.
Romero approved, Ray.
Yes, Romero approved. We'll get into that right now.
Oh yeah. Dude, please tell me that you were going to drop in, Ray, to the elevator pitch contest this Friday.
Oh, I didn't even know there was an elevator pitch contest.
Dude, we've got this Friday I'll pop up the thumbnail here for the show.
Cool.
Oh,
We
cool.
are doing an elevator pitch contest. This thing we've done one before, and there are you will get featured on one of the prizes is for 15 episodes. There will be an overlay promoting your project. The links will be in the description below. So you'll get daily promotion for your book. I'm also going to send you some comics. But you right there, it's a 30-second pitch contest. And I feel like that was probably right in the 30-second range. You've already got it, man. You got to bring it on Friday.
Let's do it. I'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
I'll talk to my people and I'll make sure that I'm there.
You should do a 30 seconds poetry slam, Ray, but
Yeah, it's a
dude.
poetry slam, so
you will get
I
it
think
for
you'd
sure.
have a really good shot at the prize.
let's
It's a
try
lot of
it,
fun.
man.
And
There's
then
no harm in
you
not
get,
trying. So
Yeah, and you get good feedback too. But not a lot of room for improvement. I think you've really got it down. All
Cool,
right,
cool,
are we
awesome.
ready for this video?
let's
Sure.
do it.
Go,
Let's
go,
do
go.
it.
There's no audio.
No audio?
Yeah.
Is that a fact? I know I shared the audio. Damn. Well, okay. Let me stop sharing and I'll do it again. I know I clicked it.
No
Let
worries.
me see.
This stream thing is just so.
Share audio. Undead, escape or die. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see if we got it now.
In 2006,
Can you hear it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go.
in 2006, 656 Comics unleashed Infestacion. It became the only Latino zombie comic of its time. Now, 656 Comics brings us the most intensely shocking graphic novel experience of all time. Undead Border. Escape or die. The border is overrun by the living dead, and the only option is to escape or die. Six by Six Comics brings back the dead.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Dude, that is
Now
a
that's a trailer.
really, really nice trailer, guys. That's beautiful,
Awesome.
man. Great energy. You get right to the point. It's succinct. Beautiful imagery. Damn. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That is,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the trailer component of like Comicscape projects, it's been fun watching the evolution of that. Where it started, it was so kind of basic, and now it's really become a competition of who can create the most dynamic, compelling high
Supposedly,
energy thing.
supposedly we're like in the top 5 according to some people, but
I think so. And this feels like, I know the first time you were on, I remember a trailer, but I'm not. It seems like this is. Have you guys updated the trailer for the
it's the
launch?
same. It's the same one.
Okay, because I know it was bad. I remember it being totally badass. Look, we have a special guest.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
you do. Ain't you lucky? Greetings,
Someone
comrades.
here.
It's me.
Tommy Mark is in the house.
Who we got here? I haven't met these gentlemen before. Oliver. Hello.
Hey,
Hail, Oliver.
what's up?
Hail, Javier.
How you
Hail,
doing?
Haggy
Hey, what up?
Henry. Nice.
Comrade, how's it going?
I'm really good, thank you. Having a great day. I see you launched your
You
book.
sound like full of energy, man. I don't think
I
that
know.
I've ever sound you so like.
It's because I had a day
What's
off.
going on? Are you getting
I
a
had a-
blowjob right now?
Oh, trust me, I'd sound even happier than this. I had a day off work, innit? And
Ah,
my job at Evil Mega Corporation. And I've just been chilling out today.
nice, dude.
Beautiful.
Did a
Nice.
stream earlier. I'm doing 12 streams in 5 days, innit?
A stream earlier. You've been doing a stream like every hour for the last like 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
I am contemplating when I go to bed tonight, doing a painting on a piece of wood, putting it on my chair, and then just going to bed like with it live streaming us watching paint dry. I think I will, yeah.
That's very
Mark's like, I need those watch hours. God damn it.
that's very performance art.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's very Warhol of you right there, man. That's cool.
Did you catch that trailer, Kami Mark?
I didn't.
Dude,
I saw you
I
say,
almost-
let's watch the trailer,
I feel
and then
like
I
we
joined
should-
here, and that's how much delay there is.
Yeah, exactly. I know, dude. The delay is insane. I think we should. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. It's that good, guys.
Let's do it.
I,
Let's
and I
watch
want
it again.
I want the communists to know what this is all about. Let's do it.
In 2006, 656 Comics unleashed Infestacion. It became the only Latino zombie comic of its time. Now, 656 Comics brings us the most intensely shocking graphic novel experience of all time. Undead Border. Escape or die. The border is overrun by the living dead, and the only option is to escape or die. Six by Six Comics brings back the dead.
Absolutely spectacular.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank
What
you,
do you
thank
think
you.
of that, Kami Mark?
Thank you.
I like it. It's got I don't know if it's intentional. It's got a real manga-y flavor to it. The not an anime flavor. Like I've often noticed in anime how they trick you into thinking like still images are real action stuff happening.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
with
Masters.
camera panning and stuff.
Right.
Captured a lot of that really well. My big question after watching that is the Undead border. Where is it? What's it a border on or to?
Great question.
So usually when we do that, we do a pitch right before we show the trailer. So this is the pitch for Undead Border. A ragtag team of teenagers must escape a zombie-filled apocalyptic borderland between the U.S. and Mexico to avoid the remnants of cartels, the communities out to destroy them, and of course the living dead hungering for their flesh. Undead Border, Escape or Die, 116 pages of zombie-filled apocalyptic action, and the only option that you have is to escape or die.
It changes every time, Ray.
I know it does, doesn't it? It does
Well,
change.
that's nice, dude. I like that you have minor variations. You're fluctuating.
believe-
You're feeling the moment. It's very organic.
I believe the border between Mexico and US is a little bit broad. We could also say between Texas and Chihuahua.
Yeah, there we go.
But
Juarez
it's
and
A bit more spicy.
Juarez,
Ooh, yeah.
Juarez and the U.S.
I would definitely say for the pitch competition, I would definitely be specific about the places because that's gonna ring some bells for people.
Yeah, because
I would recommend the town of Tijuana, like because known outside of both of your countries as like a party town or whatever in it.
We would, but it doesn't take place in Tijuana. Unfortunately, it's in Juarez,
This is
and there's
where
actual
lying,
landmarks.
This is where lying comes.
We are
into play.
people. We are people from Ciudad Juarez. That's it.
Yeah, we're from here, man. So
Yeah,
we gotta
I-
tie from what we know. So yeah,
The
Dude,
the
no,
thing
I
about
think-
the thing about the project is that Juarez is such a big part of the story. It's a character unto its own in the story. So we got to give props to Juarez,
Dude,
which is
I-
something I should put in the pitch.
You
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You should. And I
If
think
it's that important.
Juarez is a legend. Like there's been entire video games based on it, right? I mean,
that's true. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
people know Juarez.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be as known as like obviously everyone knows Tijuana, but I think Juarez is right there, and there's more of a mystery to it, more of a like an attachment to it of chaos, I guess.
Which game was it? It was a Ghost Recon, right? That was like the latest one.
It's made appearances in all kinds of games. There might
Yeah,
even
but-
be a
but-
game called Juarez. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember one game from I don't remember the studio, but it was called Call of Juarez or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
No, but
I mean-
but I was saying that the Ghost Recon one, I think the mayor actually criticized it and went on the media to demonize the game, but who the hell gives a shit? Everybody bought the game anyway.
Yeah, that was basically
yeah, and
free,
it's
free
like-
publicity.
like
Yeah.
as if city, all kinds of places in the world haven't been completely misrepresented in video
I know.
games. Give me a break. It's like get over it. It's entertainment, man. Get
I
over it.
mean, we're doing it, so.
Yeah. No, this is
And we also another
Juarez-
thing, Rod,
Juarez is literally a character, right?
yeah, and I was gonna say that we also get criticized for doing what we do over here. I mean, how come you guys talk about the city natively, or how come you write about horror stuff and all that? I mean,
Mm,
look around you, man.
I get that.
we have this
That's interesting.
we have kind of like this I guess I don't know tag I guess you could use that we use all the time. It's a hashtag we always use. It's called border horror, because there's some things that are experienced on the border that are not experienced anywhere else, and we call it border horror. We actually had a book out last year that was called The Border. That was all it was. It was called The Border, and it was just horror stories from the border that we know as urban legends. But I mean, they got to start somewhere, right? So we included a story about La Llorona, which is very famous around here. It's like a banshee story. We included a story about losing, I guess, your innocence, because you can go over to Juarez if you're 18 and you can drink, nonstop on the strip. And we also included another story, which was the most controversial one, about becoming a man if you're in a cartel. If you're a kid and you want to become a man, there's something that you have to do in a cartel in order to achieve that. And that story was the one that everyone was like, "Oh my God, is this real?" Like, these are things that we've grown up with and that we've learned, or we
Yeah.
listen to. So maybe it is real. You never know. But that's the tagline: the border horror. On the border, there's certain things that happen that you can't experience anywhere else. So.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. So let's dive into this campaign a little bit. What is this featured tier all about?
The featured tier. Let me open it up over here so I could see it too. Is the graphic novel and supplemental.
Okay.
The supplemental is a collection of behind the scenes thumbnails, character designs, sketches, and also we're going to explore more of the lore of Undead Border. The stuff that we don't cover in the actual graphic novel, we're going to explain it in this book. So it's a perfect companion to the graphic
Yeah.
novel.
Now, I
And
really want to emphasize how many pages is this? The
116
main comic,
pages.
116 pages.
Wow.
It's already
that's
done, guys. It's already done. So
Wow.
That
Wow.
is
Wow.
absolutely huge, man. And I think that really it's something. it's got to be right up front. If I would recommend, right at the top, right even before this image, in big bold letters, 116 pages
Okay.
already completed.
Let me write it down.
It's a big
Yeah.
deal.
I like that. I like that idea. Yeah, we
True.
should
Me too.
should have
You know
done
what I
that.
mean? Yeah, it's
Quick,
and I don't know what the rules are if Indiegogo lets you finesse things on the
Yeah,
page.
I think we can change it around.
Yeah,
You can.
I mean, that's a lot of comic book, and the fact that the work is done, people know they're going to get this in a timely fashion. You've already done this work. Yeah, it's a big deal, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll change it after the stream ends.
Yeah, so when you wrote the blurb under the title, scroll up a bit, right? Sorry, let me
Oh,
show what I mean. You see where it says Undead Border, Escape or Die, and then you've got a limited amount of characters to
Yeah,
write in there.
the log.
So
Yeah,
the
pitch. Uh-huh.
you know how hard that was, and you had something longer that you had written that you had to shrink down to fit in the space. That's
Yes.
supposed to be the first sentence in it of the campaign. So that plus the page numbers and stuff.
I think
One thing
when
I-
you're doing something over 100 pages, it's worth mentioning
Yeah,
as
lead with
early
that.
as physically
Okay.
possible,
you.
because it's a value thing. It's like, whoa, this isn't I think kind of standard is 48 pages in the Confiscate kind of thing.
Yeah.
It could even
48,
be as low as
25.
32, but like 116, that's epic.
I'll
Yes.
change it right now. Thanks, guys.
The other thing that I'll point out, you won't be able to fix this now. I might be wrong. So first of all, are you familiar with the movie Edge of Tomorrow?
Hmm.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know how like 80 or 90% of people think that film's called Live, Die, Repeat, not
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh,
You're
right.
gonna have that same problem in it. Like that people are gonna think this book is called Escape or Die.
I gotta say, yesterday on the show yesterday, I was speaking to this show today that we were gonna have you on, and I couldn't get. It was like Escape or Die. It was, but I knew it was something else in front of it. I just couldn't think of it, so I had to I went and looked, and I'm like, okay, it's Undead Border, Escape or Die. So Escape or Die really is the name of your comic for people. I mean,
It will be, and it's just Undead Border is great. Like
Yeah.
I love that as a title, but I think it might get a little lost.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know if
see
it's
that.
a problem. I don't know that it's a problem per se. I mean, I think if you did Escape or Die Indiegogo, in Google, you're still gonna find it. I don't think it creates a search problem. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's more like a subtitle, but well, yeah, we'll think about it.
I mean, it's the
Thank you.
Undead Border. It's the Undead Border universe.
Yeah.
So this
Yes.
story takes place in it, and it's Escape or Die. There's
Yeah.
other Undead Border stories as well. We were trying to, I guess, not so much emphasize the Undead Border because we're so used to the old title. It used to be called Infestación, but that didn't really translate very well over. So we decided to rename it Undead Border.
And
But-
the rename was the result of a lot of advice we got from streamers.
Yeah.
mhm.
That's cool.
Also, yes.
Particularly from Adam Post.
I love the name Infestation, but I can see how, like, I would have assumed it was a Spanish language comic and not even opened
Actually-
it to look inside.
Yeah, actually, the translation would be infestation, and there's a lot of stuff with that name. And
Oh, and especially if it's border related, like, you can see what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't sound great. Undead Border is a great name. Like,
Yeah. I
as
love
soon
it.
as you say it, like I'm picturing Texas dudes in the back of their jeeps, and it like not in their jeeps, in their pickup trucks. You know, like shooting at it. So you got zombies, you got border patrol, you got Texas vigilantes, cartels. Like so much going on just on that little strip.
Exactly.
Has he read Hell's Pass, Ray?
No, I Hell's Pass is buried, man. I don't want to bring up Hell's Pass ever again. You know, I was making fun of Hell's Pass. It's a book that I wrote in conjunction with the Infestacion universe. These guys let me play in their sandbox, and I'm like, hey, have you guys thought about what happens in El Paso when the zombie Holocaust happens? And they're like, no. I'm like, do you mind if I like go ahead and write that? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And they didn't expect what I was going to write. I have claimed that book is so, controversial isn't even strong enough of a word. But that book is so out there that it would make CGers and SJWs cry at the same time, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
they
That's
called
the
your
book I
book.
want. Give me that one.
They called your
That's
book.
what we want right there.
I remember the Comics Journal. They called that your book racist and misogynist, no, and toxic.
Yes, toxic. Yes, exactly.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. So,
But
how many pages is that?
That one was 128 pages, I
Jesus,
believe.
you guys don't fuck around. Damn.
Yeah, it was a long process. And the thing about that book though was that it's crazy to think that these things that I wrote about in that book will happen, because that's the atmosphere, especially in El Paso, especially in this area of Texas. People don't give a shit. People don't care about anything that happens, especially right now with the conditions that are going on with the COVID. It has brought out the worst in people. And when I first wrote that book, I was like, nah, this is too far. This is too far. And it's scary to think that some of those things are actually happening now. It's nuts.
Man, that's
Yeah,
brutal,
we
dude.
wrote the most exaggerated situations already.
Yeah.
When I read it, it reminded me not a lot, but a bit like the Crossed series. Is that Mark Miller? Right?
The Cross,
which-
yeah.
Cross.
Oh, the
Yes.
Cross. Yes. It was kind of, it was written before Cross came out. So yeah, it's very eerie that some of the stuff that happened in Cross were like, hey, we already did that. Like, what the hell happened? So
Right. Now, did you say that it was kind of part of the Undead Border universe?
Yeah, it's what happens across the border, no? Across
Yeah.
the Rio Grande.
Right.
In El
Do
Paso.
you guys have any plans of making that available down the road, and depending on how things go?
we were thinking about it. It just depends how the launch goes and the campaign goes for Escape or Die.
Cool.
I wouldn't mind like putting it out. I mean, I'll take the hit. I don't give a shit. You know, it's what I wrote. So you own up to it, whatever.
But
But,
you're currently working on the sequel, no? So
yeah.
we're gonna do a campaign for the Beyond Hell's Pass, and you're gonna offer the Volume 1, no, as probably a stretch goal or something.
Yeah, we're gonna offer Volume 1 as a stretch goal and
That's,
stuff.
that's
I mean,
the way
if-
to do it. That is, that'll inflate the figure that you get at the end, like because it'll be two campaigns rolled into one.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's already half finished because you've already finished the first part. So great.
Mhm.
I did want to ask. There was something in the trailer that really struck me, and it was the spider.
the tick.
Is it a tick?
Yeah, the tick.
Okay,
I'm
it's a
guessing
tick.
that's-
Now what?
You,
I mean,
you
I don't
remember?
want if it's something integral or important. You
You
don't wanna give
remember
away. I'm
the-
just curious.
You remember when we mentioned the infestation name?
Oh yes. Oh, is it it's a reference to that?
Yeah,
Nice, dude.
it's a
I like
reference
it.
to ticks and of course zombies. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a play on
The
those
Cool.
things.
the cool thing about the Infestation universe or the Undead Border universe is that it's actually grounded in some sort of fact. We tripped out because one of the main architects of the Infestation universe is a doctor, Javier. He's an actual doctor that went to medical school. He has a PhD, and
It is not me. It's another Javier.
it's not this Javier. When he came
I
on,
can't tell the difference. They all look the same to me.
there you go. When he came on and he pitched the idea to 656, that was his angle. Like this is going to be based in some sort of reality. So the way that the virus spreads is actually very grounded in reality as how a virus spreads. And the tick is one of the main factors. Without giving away too much, the tick is one of the main factors.
I didn't want
of how
to. I felt like it might be a key component. It just really captured my imagination.
I assumed as soon as I saw the tick that it was like a patient zero or whatever for the spreading of zombies. Like,
All right,
There you
yeah, we all know you've got a big brain. We get it. We get it.
you should see my dick.
Oh shit! and actually and actually, the idea of the ticks came from a dog that I owned a long time ago. He got covered in ticks,
Yeah. Oh,
like grapevines hanging from his body. So it
And he
was
turned into a zombie, didn't he? That dog.
yeah, it was pretty gnarly. So and I imagine, oh man, what if this dog died because of the tick bites and returned as a as a zombie? No, so that's like kind of the basis of the whole the zombie outbreak. No,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying watching Javier sketch and draw, and
yeah, it's a show off.
yeah, yeah. Well, as he should be.
Show
As he
show
should be.
them pages, Javi. You have any pages there?
He's muted. He's off. Well, we're not going to speculate on what he's doing.
Masturbation.
Yeah, something. He was drilling a little while ago, so who knows what he's doing right now.
Oh shit!
So clearly, you can get the graphic novel. You can get the book itself for $25. Very cool.
Standard pricing, no?
Yes. Now, I'm assuming there might be some stretch goals that you guys have set in place.
Yes, they're
Will
at the
buying
bottom
in
of
it,
yeah,
will buying in at this level get you those stretch goals?
at the $50 level, because they're gonna be cool stretch goals.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get into them.
Yeah,
All right.
above the $50 level, everything's included.
Okay. Silk screen poster, nice. Is
Yeah,
there
those.
is there a bigger version of this image?
Yeah,
that you can-
it's all below the down the
Okay.
campaign. Yeah, everything's gonna be
okay.
visible.
There's a video down there.
Yeah, there's also video of the printing process.
Oh, he's
Okay.
back. Javi's back.
Yeah, Javi, do you have any of the comic pages so you can show
Oh,
off?
I replied to that question, but I had my mic muted. I didn't
Oh,
realize.
dude, it was brilliant. It was
That's-
very engrossing.
I could look for some of them right now, because
It's
it
like
will
they're
be.
under my bed somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on.
I keep them in a safe place.
They're on the
Hey,
floor.
they better be safe because we're gonna sell them.
So I'm getting the sense that all of the art is done in a traditional manner.
Yes,
Nice.
it's all. Yeah, Javi hates digital.
Yeah, that's
Even
cool,
though
man.
he does digital stuff, but yeah, he prefers the paper and pen.
I think I don't have I appreciate digital. I don't think it degrades
Yeah,
the
I
story
do
or the
digital stuff
medium
too.
at all. But like
Yeah.
having that traditional art, physical art is there's something very special about that.
Oh, and especially how Javi does it because he likes to add ink wash and all that. So
Yeah,
it's really something to look at.
I'm curious about this border jumper package. What is the?
The border jumper package that was an idea that Pancho the writer gave us, that we should include the original edition, the Spanish edition,
Yeah.
in the package, so you'll get both editions, and there will be a difference because the Spanish edition has like another intro,
Yeah.
which I drew, by the way, and
Oh, you're an artist as well.
I draw. Sometimes I draw, right, Ray?
Supposedly he's an artist, but
And the English version it's gonna be all Javier, all it's all his work. So no spoilers, Javi. Don't show any spoiler page.
no trying to spoil. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, yes, it's pretty hard choosing pages because there are some that I guess look good for showing in the physical form.
Yeah,
Here's one only has in the campaign
Ah.
page.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one
Nice,
in
dude.
the thumbnail.
Nice.
This one is great, but it's a how you call it, a splash page.
Yeah, splash
So
page. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a full one, and I also wanted to show some of the ones in paneling form, but let me see why it's not.
Is that dude got like tires as shoulder pads as?
yeah.
bolt
It's
or whatever?
it's a guy made out of junkyard parts.
That's
He's
cool.
one of
Say-
the big bads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's a little bit of a Mad Max
Yeah,
component here.
it's Mad Max, it's Running Man, and it's Return of the Living Dead.
Yes,
It's
that's a
it's
great
all
combination, man.
it's all the
Very
stuff we
good.
like, we grew up with.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's Romero approved once again. So that was that's awesome.
Yeah, no. So okay, let's give us that story real quick
I had
about
the
how.
opportunity to meet Romero at one of the San Diego Comic Cons when this is back in about 2008, 2009, around there. And just went up to him. He was alone at the table. This is when The Walking Dead was really starting to pick up. It was right before the series like just started on AMC. And Kirkman was the one that had all the crowds. Like everyone was around him. Everyone was getting his stuff signed. I mean, I was there too. I got my stuff signed. But a few tables away, Romero was there, and that's right before I think was which one was it? Diary of the Dead, I believe, was about to come out.
Yeah,
Um, and I went up to him, and no one was around him. And I was like, good to meet you, sir. I was very respectful. I'm like, my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you. And we actually had a good conversation for about a good 45 minutes, just talking about zombies, talking about his films and everything, that I forgot completely that these guys had asked me to get a picture with him, um, so that we could, have him hold up a sign that said 656 Comics or
Right.
something, or like get a picture with him. And Odi has the picture somewhere, because I eventually did take it at the very end. But at the end, that's when I pitched him the story. Like, you know what? You've inspired us to create our own universe, to do our own thing in the zombie genre. And I told him the pitch about, the border between El Paso and Juarez, and how the undead, were more of a metaphor for everyone that's trying to cross over, and that's
Yeah.
not allowed because of the, there is already a border wall that exists in this part of the country, but nobody really knows about it. Um, and I told him everything, about how we grew up watching his movies, and all the situation that had been happening here on the borderland. And he was just fascinated by it. And he told me, like, wow, why didn't I think of that? And I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, why didn't I think of that? That sounds like a great idea. And if you don't mind, I mean, if you could send me the script, if you could send me the trade, I'd really like to take a look at it. Because back then, we didn't have a trade. We just had floppies. So I'm like, oh, of course. And he gave me his personal mail to send him a copy of the book. I managed to take a few pictures with him, and he was like, yeah, this is awesome, man. Just keep doing it. I want to read what you have to say, or what you're showing me, what you're telling me. And unfortunately, because it was San Diego Comic Con and things get so crazy, I lost his address, and I couldn't find it anymore, and I couldn't
Oh,
send him
no.
that book,
Ah,
Oh
which
no.
which
That
really
might be
really
for the
sucked.
best, because
Oh
it
man.
might have suddenly appeared on a movie screen, and you'd be
Yes.
like,
And it's interesting
What?
that you say that, because a lot of concepts that we've come up with have started trickling out of like Walking Dead and some other movies that we've seen.
yes,
We're like, wow, are we like tapping into the social consciousness or subconscious here?
right.
What's happening,
Yeah,
But
I mean, there's a point. Like, obviously respect for people that have created amazing things, but like, they're always on the hunt, man. Sometimes you
well,
gotta protect. So maybe that was for the best that
it's
you lost
true.
that
Probably.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah, it's possible. But I mean, just
Yeah.
the fact that I was able to tell him what we were doing, and he was so excited to see
Yeah.
it, that was enough for me right there. And then I told these guys, and I presented the picture to them, and that we took, and it was like the icing on the cake. Like, we're doing something that has to be done, and the people that we enjoyed doing this stuff are approving of it. So hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep going and see what we can do.
Yeah, Undead Border, it's just one of those things. It sounds like it should already exist. Like, it's already part of the. It just feels like it should be there. So you guys really have tapped into something. What is this zombie cameo? I'm assuming this is a drawn in tier.
Yeah, it's a drawn in perk. You get yourself drawn as a zombie, and also you'll get
Do we
the
get to eat somebody?
maybe, or
For
get your head
$200, I
chopped
want to
off
eat somebody.
but also, if you purchase this, you'll get the ability to add on perk,
Okay.
and own the actual comic page too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sexy.
That's a
Well done.
sweet little touch, that is, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before, and that's
Yeah.
like, can you imagine if you'd bought a campaign from somewhere else, like, and you'd paid to be in the book, and then you also paid for original art page, and it wasn't the page that you
That
was
you were
on.
in. Yeah, fuck that. No,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
smart, guys. That's
So
really
so
smart.
yeah, and that's limited to only 5. So that's
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
really cool perk. We're gonna, Chris Evans.
I'm
you're
stealing
out
that.
there.
That's going to be
Yeah.
a new
go
trade
ahead, man.
standard.
Go
That's
ahead.
high compliment, man. Kami Mark is the king of campaign, man. This guy makes he puts out some of the most innovative campaign pages you have
Awesome.
ever seen, and
You take it and you run with it, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all what I have here, the campaign, I got it from everybody in CG. So
yeah.
I
That's
even
the thing.
sold-
Like we keep building on each other.
Yeah.
We keep learning from each other, and like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna go ahead and let's pull that one in. Yeah, it's and we just keep getting better and better at this. You know.
and also there's another add-on perk that you can add 6x9 sketch by Javier with your order. So yeah, that's also a plus there.
The only issue with add-on perks is that you can't see them until you've already decided to buy in it. Like,
Yeah.
and I wish that Indiegogo had a function where
Yeah.
you could see the add-ons like before you're in the checkout.
Mhm.
Or,
Right.
That's
that's
true.
no criticism of you. That's Indiegogo. Sort it
Yeah.
out. Like, why? You know, when you click on a thumbnail for a tier, why can't I see it bigger? Like, sort it out, Indiegogo. Like,
Yes,
it should be better than this. Like,
I agree.
Mhm.
True.
it's not
I have
you
to
guys,
say with
Indiegogo.
that it especially hit me with the skits comic campaign
Yeah.
because they had 3 alternate covers and I wanted to see those covers as big as I could because I really had a tough time choosing which one I wanted,
Yeah.
and there really wasn't a way for me to see it big. So yeah, it would be cool if the thumbnails could like get big.
There's a thing that I did on my campaign that I don't think I've explained about before. So, you know, when you click on each tier, it drops down with the original text, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So I tried to put them in a specific order so that when you go through so when all of them are open with all of the text, they
Yeah.
line up and it at the full length of the campaign, like with the thing that it applies to next to it. So in the case you was just on about, you'd be like, oh, it's this cover, and the cover would be next to it, like
It
in
correlated? Are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah. Like,
Is
and
that
you have
something
no.
can I go back and test that?
It's worth.
I'm
a
not
go.
calling you a liar, but I'm calling you a liar.
It's certainly true of before the stretch goals were added. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, you're a maniac, man.
I swear, I took as long writing the campaign as the book itself, and it. Like,
Yeah, it really was
Yeah.
something special. You really, Kami Marks, really put me in a different headspace about campaigns, and the campaign itself can be just as creative, just as inventive and impactful as the entire project. It can be something special for people, and it really put me in that headspace of like, how do we can push this further? We can get better at doing this.
Yeah, and we are not like as a whole. Like, all the campaigns are improving, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So,
And it's all thanks to me.
It's all thanks to you, of course. Everything good that's happening is because of you.
Yeah, anything bad though, that wasn't me.
Yeah, no, that was probably Adam Post.
Anything bad that happened was Whisper Campaign, and they're responsible for all the bad stuff that happens.
So I wanted to see, what was it? Oh, there's that image. What's going on over there?
Yes, Kami, what's going on?
Is that you, Kami Mark?
Oh, making noise. I'm trying to tidy up at the same time. I'm sorry.
Tidy up? Jesus Christ, what do you
Perfect time
have
to
in
clean
your
up,
room?
man.
Yeah, I just want to say my mic has been mute the last 5 minutes, so that noise is coming from another side.
Yeah, the communist. He's to blame. As
Comrade.
usual. Yeah, I love this imagery. It's so cool. Is this a now? Is this image here? Is this a page in the book?
Yeah,
Okay, cool, nice.
everything you see here is in the book. So what you see is what you get.
Holy smoke! So the poster, you're not joking. It's a poster, 24
Yeah,
by 36.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
it's a
What's
silk screen poster.
Now,
what's that in metric? Can anyone tell me?
how are you going to deliver that to people? Are you
Pro-
rolling it?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it. I'm going to see how the most effective way to send a silk screen poster, but usually it's
That's
rolled.
wow.
Yeah,
That's impressive, man. That's a really high quality product right
yeah.
there.
This is we did this poster when we premiered the Spanish edition. So the title says Infestación Escape or
That's
Die.
almost more cool. I like that. Yeah.
So
No, I
yeah,
dig it. Very cool. All
yeah,
right.
and the printer is very famous in Mexico City. He printed artwork from Milo Minara and Sergio Aragones. So yeah, he's
So
very prestige. Yeah,
I'm you've got the original sketch add-on perk.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind and again, I don't know if Indiegogo will let you do this, but I feel like that
We should include
would
it
be
in the
better
campaign.
served as an actual tier on the campaign
Mm,
because
yeah, I'm thinking about that too.
the sketch add-on, like it's a popular item in CG. I think a lot of people really want that.
But
Um,
should we include it as like for each perk or just in the big package?
I would say like, let's see here. I would say, you know, add a perk where you get the graphic novel with a sketch
Okay.
tier. I mean, I don't. What do you think, coming Mark?
So I like it when the tiers have like an incremental price increase in it. Like that it
Sure.
doesn't feel like you, because what you want is the customer to go, $20, yeah, okay, 25, and I get an extra thing. Oh, that like you want small jumps in it, like so they end up spending the largest number that they're comfortable with.
Okay.
And I see that yours just jumped from 25 to 60 in it. So I'd have some in between those two for someone in between those two
Right.
levels of Dosh. I suppose you've got that £50 one, the featured one, but
Yeah.
because
Which would
it's
have been
featured,
in
it's moved
between.
it to the top. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know. We're just, I hope you
Are you?
guys don't mind. We're just kind of brainstorming
No,
with
no,
you.
no.
We're riffing with you.
It's all valid, man. It's good feedback.
Yeah,
It's
I'm all
such
like,
a-
are you taking notes, Oli?
Of course.
This is such a great project, guys. The moment I was introduced to it and your passion for it and what it means to you, what it represents, I've always I'm very partial to this, man. I
We do
think you guys
appreciate
have
that.
you've done a really wonderful job on this.
Thank
Like there are a lot of zombie books out there in the world, and to get excited by one, it needs to have like its own niche flavor to it, and it. Somebody that says this isn't anything else. This is this one, and maybe it's my own naivety, but I've never seen a Mexican zombie comic before, so it stands out in my mind like for
Yeah,
that. So that's good.
absolutely.
There's only two zombie comics in Mexico,
Yeah.
and this is the better one.
This is better.
Yes,
Nice.
I'll say that.
The other one has been eliminated,
Yes.
just so you know. So, should we watch this video on the poster? This looks cool.
Sure. Yeah, it's just like how they print it.
Yeah, I like it. Let's
Cool.
check it out. It won't let me full screen.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't go full screen.
Oh, nice, dude.
The Infestation Super Die.
So, the escape or die thing, was that hand drawn?
The lettering,
Yeah.
I think so. Dominic, the logo designer, just left, but I think he did it by hand.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's too bad. I agree with Coming Mark. I really like the Infestacion. Like, I
it sounds
do, and
exotic. I know.
it does. It's really, it really sounds cool. I like Undead Border. Obviously, again, it sounds like something that exists, but there's something.
But
Shooting.
that's
I
why we're
like the,
offering the border jumper tier. You'll get both versions of the book, so
yeah.
you
I
feel less.
like that.
You don't
I
have
like
the
that we can
Spanish
still
version
get
available
access
by
to
itself,
it.
do you?
Excuse
What's
me?
that?
I said you don't have the Spanish version available by itself as a tier, do you?
No. Should we?
I'd have.
I think you
I
should.
would.
Absolutely,
And
man.
as well, I would make that one $24, like in solidarity with my Mexican comrades or whatever who want to, like people who speak Spanish get a discount because.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's really smart. I think you should offer it as an individual tier. Absolutely, man. I think that's a great idea too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Also,
Like, why wouldn't you?
I'd like to add another thing. We're at 7 backers. That's we have a thing going on right now. If we reach 10, everybody's gonna get a free copy of the Spanish version included in their
If you
in their
reach
order.
10 backers or 10K?
No, 10 backers. The first 10 backers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the first 10. he's
Oh,
saying.
the first 10 people will get
Not
it.
saying all like everyone after
I'm
that.
like,
will.
whoa, what? That's crazy.
No.
No,
that's
that's
okay.
suicide. What are you doing? Stop.
The first 10 backers. So the first 7 already have their copy of.
So you're saying
Christian.
the next 3 people that
Yeah,
get
the
this
next 3
are-
people are gonna have their copy.
Damn, dude. So I want to end the stream now so I can go and buy this. All right, so let's look at your stretch goals, shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it.
It's pretty basic stuff, no? The bookmark at the 5K, 10K clear vinyl sticker. This was a cool one. If we reach the 20K level, we're gonna
Rock
add a
Riders. I
one-shot
like the sound of that.
20-page comic. More content, more story for your buck.
Am I the hero of that one?
You can be.
It sounds like you're going to be the victim of that one. Like you're gonna-
The Rot Riders. Okay.
So yeah, the we're gonna explore more of who are the Rot Riders. Those are the skate crew that
Nice.
appear in Skip or Die.
I like the skateboard. So speak to me a little bit about the implementation of skateboarding. Is that something that one or more of you are passionate about?
No one's know how to skateboard. But yeah, it's a play on words, no? Because you know that there's a game called Skate or Die, right?
Oh, right.
So I was just messing around. What if we change it to Escape or Die, and just implement the skaters as kind of a homage to where we
Nice.
got the name from, and
Cool.
and it just kept growing and building off of that.
Got you.
So,
So
yeah.
this skater, are they like the heroes of the story that are skating, or is it just a component?
It's yeah. They're the protagonist.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it because
No,
stuff
I get
happens,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the
That's
main
cool.
characters, and other kids join in the group. So yeah,
Nice, man.
So, yeah.
So 30,000 2 6x9 prints.
yeah, we're still looking for artists. So suggestions are welcome, but we have two
Cool.
people we have our eye on them, and they're bloody fantastic
Yeah.
from our neck of the woods. So I don't know if it would be better if we get a CG artist involved or something.
Dude,
Do you?
I think there's this, I've kind of evolved my thinking about that as this thing has changed and gone through iterations. I think anyone who's down to produce art and work with things connected to CG,
Yeah,
they are CG. They don't have
for
to.
sure.
They don't have to necessarily like declare it or like
Oh
be
no, I know,
some. You
but
know
I
what I
mean,
mean? It's like
it gets popular, no? It gets the views,
yeah,
but
if it's
actually,
somebody that's
um,
really big in the
uh
CG circle, sure, that can be a help to you.
but I'm more interested in the art style helping the campaign. No, it has to
Yeah,
fit to the
correct,
energy of what Javier is producing. No, it has to
correct.
be like on the same level.
Yeah, I gotta say, I would love to see like a narwhal interpretation of
Probably, yeah.
this.
That'll be cool. Cool
That would
idea.
be
Because
cool.
I think there is a an association there with Javier's style and Narwhal's thing. Like it
Hmm.
could be really fun. What is
Yeah,
this creator bonus?
yeah. It's just something to give these people that I work with something to live for.
You
Ah,
gotta.
fuck that! Fuck that shit.
I know.
I was about to say, like, what? Does the hype man get something too? Like, and then you're like, fuck that shit. Oh, I guess not.
No, that's
I'm, I'm,
really
I'm,
I.
I'm, I'm
In an
I'm
odd
pretty
way, I
sure.
think people actually get excited about. They're happy to see the people involved get a bonus. Like,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm
sure.
I'm pretty sure that if that one is rich, we will find out something to add to the campaign.
Well,
What I meant is that it's not only for the creative people involved, but we also add something to the campaign
yeah,
involving.
Maybe.
I agree. I agree with you on that. I mean, it gives you kind of like an incentive. I was just part of a campaign on Kickstarter for Gore Streak. My one of the stories that I wrote was part of the Gore Streak anthology, and as part of the campaign, he did tell us like if we reach a certain amount, you guys get a little bit of a bump in your paycheck. I didn't even know we were getting paid, and then when he told me that, I was like, "Holy crap,
I'm getting a
that's even
bump.
better!" So
Nice.
it does add to it, especially when he was telling us that. So
So
I'm all for it.
what is Dead Notes?
Dead Notes. It's the supplemental book.
Okay,
So we're
I would.
offering a normal ashcan size. What is it? Like half a letter size? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
24 pages, I think, or 22. And if we reach this goal, we're gonna increase it. We're gonna get an upgrade. So the page count increases to 48 pages, perfect bound, and full comic size. So it's gonna
Okay.
be pretty substantial.
I hadn't noticed that it was referred to as Dead Notes up to this point.
It says in the campaign.
Okay, because I know. I
Mm.
mean, I knew it as supplemental.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, it might. Some people might be like, "Wait, the comic is increasing
yeah.
every
Okay.
page." I'm not
Mhm.
sure. It's a little vague.
All right. I'll add that to the list. To the
So it'll
notes.
be like its own thing, kind of thing. Like I don't know if you could
Yeah,
even use the word floppy. I don't think it's a floppy at 48 pages. It's still considered that.
it's almost like it's like an ash can in a way.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I really like that. And again, the main comic is 116 pages, people.
Yes.
Um, so what is this Undead Border
The
trilogy?
the trilogy. I mean, if you signed up to the main list, I was releasing all the back stuff, the old stuff from Under Border for free,
Mm-hmm.
so you could download the PDF, read it
Oh, right.
on your own time. So we've reached this goal. We're gonna actually print all that material in a single trade paperback. That's 168 more pages of content.
Wow.
So
Very
you're
nice.
gonna get everything, guys, if we reach the 60K
I really
goal.
like. I mean, I know some people don't. They kind of just do like maybe one or two stretch goals and don't maybe don't even present them up front. But I really like that you put the thought and planning into it.
I,
People
I
know.
was I was thinking of keeping it hidden, but I'd just rather just be upfront and here you go, man. This is what we're aiming for, and help us get there. No,
Yeah, I love that. I think it's really important to have the stretch goals present. Um, So there you have it. Is there anything else you wanna say about this project?
No, I mean, just back the project, help us, fulfill this part of what we're trying to do as far as our project is concerned. I mean, there's going to be more Undead Border. There's going to be Escape or Die itself, not to give anything away, of course, but it's a self-contained story. But of course, there can be more. The characters are there that they can carry on onto another book. So
Nice.
that's what we're aiming for. Hopefully, we can continue the saga of the Undead Border and bring other projects that we have on the back burner that are associated with Undead Border to light, as well. So that's
And
pretty
the
much
other
it.
stuff we're working on already.
Yeah, we're working on some other books as well. Um, things of that nature. We got a cryptid book that I'm working on, and some other stuff that Javier and I are working on also. And of course, the zombie kid is a big, big part of it.
Yeah.
That these guys want to do without giving away too much. I don't know if you want to talk about that really quickly.
No.
No.
It's my project that I've been working on since 15 years,
Yeah.
and it touches on personal subject matter. So yeah, it's very cathartic too, and yeah, we'll talk about that one later on.
Nice. Okay. No, that's fair. And do you guys have any? Are you scheduled for any other shows today? Or where can people find you next?
We have a show with Michael Bancroft.
Yes, dude, that's gonna
And
give you a nice bump, dude. The guy is a rock star. He has a nice audience. He runs a really good fucking ship over there.
and later tonight, after that we're gonna go with Shay the Red.
Good,
So yeah, so those are good
nice, dude. You
good shows.
guys, you have
We
a
also
nice
have
launch day.
probably later on with White Cat Comics. We're gonna go with
Okay.
them, but they haven't confirmed a
Okay.
time yet. So
Yeah. Have you reached out to everyone? Like, you reached out to Fragaboom and all?
Fragaboom is very hard to to talk to.
Okay.
That's
We've been
that's
trying. Yeah, we've been
yeah.
trying for a bit.
We get one word responses and come on, guy.
Okay.
but yeah, I want to keep talking to him. So he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
and,
I would keep reaching out to him.
Yeah, and
he's quite generous.
yeah,
I
and
really think he would respond well to your project, honestly.
yeah, I'll hit him back
Yeah.
again. And also tomorrow we're gonna be with Skits and Black Star.
Keep talking for a second, only. I gotta do something really quick. I'll be right back.
You're gonna go to the bathroom. Anyway,
No, I gotta take a call. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
okay, yeah, we're gonna be with Skits tomorrow around noon, and later that night with Rated Point 5.
Oh,
So yeah,
another-
those
that's
are the
good.
those
These
are the
good.
other shows.
Dude, you're hitting a lot of nice, different. You're hitting a different spectrum of audience. I think
Yeah.
you're gonna reach out to a lot of people that don't know about this project.
We want to get with what's his name? RGE, the Raging Golden Eagle.
Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Well, that's a huge.
Yeah, I
platform.
know. I need to talk to Micah because Micah's friends with him, and
Yeah.
I need him to put a good word in for me.
Nice.
So yeah. And wouldn't it be cool to be on Ethan's show and get this thing funded like
Of course.
in an hour? But I know his politics, and you have to be funded first. No, you have to fulfill first before.
I don't know.
So he says. So he
It
says.
fluctuates. It's you
I
never
know.
really know with him, man. I think he could wake up one day, see something, get a spark, and be like, all of a sudden you could be off to the races. I mean,
Hell yeah.
it really is just. I think he's in a position where he can just wake up and do whatever the fuck he wants. So
I know he likes zombies, so
yeah, it's like if he chooses to shine his sunbeam on your project, there you go.
part the clouds and his sunbeam shines.
Yes.
Partner.
Well, I am. This is such a fascinating project. I think there's a lot here. I think there's a lot of meat to it. I wish that I could have moved the needle for you. I wish I could have I wish we could have got a gaggle of backers while
No,
we
man,
were
it's fine,
doing the
man.
show, but it all
Uh,
helps, man. It's all
No,
gets
it's
out there.
it's just giving us the space, man. You're sharing your platform and talk about
don't
our work.
don't worry about that.
That's
We appreciate a
yes,
lot your time,
Yeah,
and I guess it's fair to say that in the work we do, we try real hard to work on our craft, and especially make it so that our work, the images and the stories speak for themselves. So
yeah,
that's, I guess that's the kind of thing that makes us be confident in the work that we are doing here.
yeah. You
you know.
should be. I think you're doing really
Je-
good work.
Jezebel says send him a message. Fraga will respond. You know what'd be cool if the people in the chat would retweet our campaign to him
Yes.
and tell him, hey, get these guys on your show. That would be awesome.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised when you go on Michael Bancroft's show. I
Oh
think
yeah, oh
you're
Michael's.
gonna have a lot of success there. Um, that asshole gets a lot of viewers.
Yeah, I was watching the stream where you were on. You were
Yeah.
you were griping about not getting views.
No, it's just an ongoing. We
Yeah.
elbow each other. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
We
It's like I put on a great Atomic Deuce comedy show, and he was
Uh-huh.
there, and it was a crossover like team up, and I'm like, dude, why? The moment we go to your channel, it just starts going up and up and up and up. I'm like, what are you? How much are you paying these people? What's happening?
when are we going to be with him, Ollie?
Tonight at 9 p.m. Our time.
Okay.
We should really make uh,
The announcement.
el esfuerzo of trying to at least present ourselves with the webcam on.
Well, you guys can be on cam. I don't have a cam.
I just
Even with
gotta
our
fix
cell
my
phone.
face, man. I gotta
Fix
fix
my
my face. I
face.
gotta, shave a
Straighten
little
your-
bit, maybe.
What Kami
do-
Mark doesn't fix his face, and he goes on camera all the time.
I'm. I know, but Kami Mark may just be that confident in his look, so I don't wanna. I don't wanna test that.
He is.
I'm gonna just fix my face real quick, put some makeup on, some eyeliner, all that stuff. But yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I'll put
No,
my
if,
face out there.
if one of you is on cam, I think it could be beneficial in that in that engagement. But you're gonna have a good show with Michael Bancroft. I'll definitely do my best to be there, and I'll promote the show out on my end for sure. I'll give as much support to you guys as I can.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
We truly,
Yeah.
truly do appreciate everything that you've done, Rotten. I mean, just having us on the show and letting us talk about our stuff and stuff that we love, that's more than enough that anyone else, can provide. And just give us a platform to show you the passion that we have for the stuff that we do, and a
It's
little bit of
clear.
insight on the place that we call home, as
Yeah.
dangerous as it may sound. Just letting you guys peek into what
Yeah.
we like to express ourselves about, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Kami Mark, are you there? Are you?
He's
you
still
baked
cleaning
up?
up.
He might be cleaning up. He might be. Well, everybody, if you can, if you haven't subbed to Kami Mark's channel, do so. The guy is he's kind of a phenomenon. He's
I'm
very
gonna-
creative.
I'm good to study his campaigns too, man.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
very innovative on all fronts when it comes to his work, his channel, his campaigns. Very good stuff. And I do have a link to your project in the description below, as well as your
Thank you.
YouTube channel. Sub to 656 if you haven't. And I want to thank you guys for being here and sharing this project with us. It's a special project to me. I don't know. It just kind of, when I see this thing and you guys talk about it, there's a different quality to it to me than a lot of other projects, and I think it's a special one. So
Wow, I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate that, man. That's yeah. Thank you for that. And I just corrected a big no on my part. I understand now why I haven't been receiving any of your I guess updates or alerts because I wasn't subscribed to your channel. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh no.
So I-
Okay. Well, I'm deleting this video immediately. Forget everything you just
Wait.
heard.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
what?
No,
But I will
that's
be
fine,
back
dude.
on Friday. On Friday, I will be there.
Dude,
for
you
the
gotta
pitch show.
come. You gotta come make that elevator pitch, people. We're gonna have a great time on Friday with the elevator pitch contest. If you're there, I think you have a real shot on taking that prize, man.
Oh wow, awesome!
And it
yeah,
will,
definitely.
and it will give you a lot of promotion. A lot of people will see the project through it. So, yeah.
Let's do it, Ray.
Let's do
Yeah,
it. I'll
do
be
it.
there.
Thanks to the chat for being here. Always appreciated. And we will definitely see you tomorrow. See you guys.